Hello there. What is going on, everyone? Today we are going to be using Legion HQ to build a Mother's Day themed list for all you bad mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, and make sure to call your mom and let her know you love her. All right, so we're gonna be doing a Leia themed list, as she is. Certainly one of the most motherly type figures in Star Wars, and so I'm going to be building a Rebel list. I'm using Legion HQ to do it, and we're going to do this. I'll put a link if you're not familiar with Legion HQ. It's a fantastic list builder, so a link for that will be in the description below. If you guys are new here to the channel, we are still giving away a Shadow Collective starter box in the form of a $70 Amazon gift card. If you want to enter to win that, all you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Also, big thank you to today's sponsored Luxury Playstyle. Be sure to check out luxuryplaystyle.com for some amazing full metal tokens. And if you use code Crabbok VIP, you're going to save 15%. These are absolutely fantastic tokens, and this summer is the summer of gaming, so people are gaming in person again. Get yourself some amazing tokens now, and then you can have them in time for conventions, tournaments, in-store play, all that good stuff. You also get a free Crabbok token with orders of $35 or more. So make sure you use that code Crabbok VIP and get that token, get extra savings, all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to be adding Leia to our list here, and so when we click Commander, we're going to come over here and we're going to see all the different Commander options. We're going to put Leia in the list. Leia is she's spantastic. Spantastic? That's not a real word, is it? But yeah, she is going to give us, of course, take cover, which is going to hand out dodge tokens. Dodge tokens is going to be kind of an important part of this particular build, since we're going to try to do a little bit more with dodge, and we've seen some new upgrades lately that can do interesting things with dodge, and or extra ways to get dodge and all of that stuff. She also has Inspire, which is really helpful. She has Nimble, and she has Sharpshooter too, which is actually a really nice ability for her. It's gotten improved a little bit. She's got a great gun on her too. It's only range 1 to 2, but it's got Pierce on it, and she has Surge to Crit. So if she manages to get some shots in, they tend to hurt. Leia is pretty fierce, so we're gonna put Leia out there. I am gonna give her Vigilance. I'm not gonna put too many upgrades because we're gonna do some pretty cool stuff in here, but we're gonna give her Vigilance. Vigilance, of course, is going to allow somebody to keep an upgrade or a dodge token at the end of or actually 2 people or 1 hero. So that's kind of a cool thing. So Vigilance is just awesome, letting your troopers keep their dodges. Now, I'm going to do a couple of other things. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some stuff to kind of help out Leia. So I'm going to jump around a little bit. First thing is core. I really like the Rebel Veterans for fire support. Leia's got that 1 pip that lets her shoot really far, and I always thought it'd be really cool to be able to fire support into that, give her some more dice. I mean, she's got Sharpshooter already, so that's cool. And plus, fire support's gonna be helpful for bringing down big stuff, just getting extra dice when you need it. I like that idea. So that's a fun one. So we're gonna add the Rebel Veterans here, and they're gonna have their CMO 93. So they're gonna add that. And they're going to also, they're going to do recon intel, which is important. For our personnel, we're going to go with the comms technician, and that's going to add the comms upgrade. Of course, we're going to give ourselves HQ uplink. Big thing about HQ uplink, and one of the things that makes that so good is that it allows us to issue ourselves an order when we get a dodge token. See, dodges is also kind of a theme here, and so that's good. And so whenever we get an order, we get a dodge token. We can then, of course, having him also adds the Mark II medium blaster. Fantastic unit, nice and cheap. Makes up for the fact that Rebel Veterans are a little bit more expensive, that you get a 38-point core here, which is always nice. Now we've got a 2nd core, and we're going to add a 3rd core. We're going to add, wait, no, not Fleet Troopers. Wrong one. We're going to add a Rebel Trooper. And then I'll come back and then just come right over here and -1 to that Fleet Trooper. There we go. So we're going to have a Rebel Trooper in there. Let's double up. Well, let's add another Rebel Trooper. Let's come to one of these, and I want to have a medic on one of them, and one of them will be kind of naked. One will have the medic, and he'll be out there because we're gonna have a couple other heroes in this list. Now, I think when I first started thinking about this list, I said, hey, if Leia can give out dodges, well, then I should have Luke in this list. And then then that would work really well because she can give him dodges. She can allow him to, with vigilance, he can keep the dodges. And that's certainly something you like to do with Jedi. But then I thought to myself, we have another mother in the Rebels. And it's not, Luke, who is technically, from a certain point of view, he is a bad mother. But no, we have another mother, but to act, and it's Sabine's mom. And so I'm going to put Sabine in this list. We're going to run another operative here, and we're going to run Sabine, and we're also going to run Clan Wren with Sabine because that's going to have, Clan Wren is going to have Tristan and Ursa. So there's Ursa, we got mom, and we'll add Tristan also. And so now we've got two mothers in this list, and now it's fitting the theme a little bit more. Now, Sabine and Clan Wren don't necessarily have like overwhelming synergy with Leia, but it is on brand a little bit. And sometimes you build a list that's a little more thematic and a little more fun, and I am absolutely cool with that. So over here we can start to see our activation count grow a little bit more. But we're getting some heavy hitters over here. Sabine is she means business, and the Mandalorian Resistance, they mean business too. They're pretty no nonsense type of unit. So, and they're going to be a lot of points into these. This is going to eat up a lot of the points for our list. So, as you do. So Clan Wren. Let's start with Clan Wren first. They're amazing. Of course, they're going to work really, really well if you have Sabine because they get a free aim token at the beginning or a dodge. But I don't think we really have to get dodges. Again, dodges is an option. We have all that stuff, right? We have all of this theme of dodges in this particular. And by the way, the Rebel Troopers all have Nimble also. So again, if they get the dodges tokens and they spend it, it all comes back. So everybody here has some kind of synergy with dodge, which is pretty cool. And I think that's a fun thing. All right, so Clan Wren has, we've got a decent number. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice that they can throw if they're at range 2, potentially a little bit more at range 3. Depending on if Ursa spends an aim for long shot, which is really nice. So what else are we going to put on Clan Wren? So I'm going to give them a couple other upgrades. I am going to give them the jetpack rockets. It's a nice option. There is a lot more armor showing up today, so I like the jetpack rockets on them. I'm going to give them prepared supplies. This is a newer upgrade. This is coming out in the Shadow Collective, so we can't actually just use this just yet, but you could proxy it if you wanted to. This just gives them a dodge that they're going to be able to spend at some point when they may want it. What's cool about prepared supplies is that the Mandalorian Resistance has Nimble. So if they spend the dodge off of prepared supplies, after defending, they will gain a dodge token of their own, which may even be able to be saved because of Leia. So it's a really, really cool. It's going to be the dodge, the gift that keeps on giving, right? And so I really like that idea because while they are red defense die with defensive surge and nimble, they can still die pretty quickly. So making sure they have an extra dodge is going to be really groovy for this unit. So I definitely like that. We want to give them offensive push also because aims are so very important for this unit. That offensive push is really going to help them out quite a bit, whether they need to extend range or use lethal or any of that good stuff. So, but that's how they're looking. Impervious too, man. They're hard to kill. They're going to be hard to kill. The dodges are going to make them harder to kill. Sabine is also good, and she's going to work very well with this unit. So Sabine is going to, she's got Gunslinger. She's going to be a prime target for one of the new upgrades. So we're going to go to training, and we're going to give her the new up close and personal upgrade. This is a really cool one. What it says is, of course, this was just recently spoiled with Shadow Collective stuff. It says after you perform a ranged attack at range 1 to 2, gain a dodge token. If she uses Gunslinger, she will then get 2 dodge tokens because it is unlike Splitting Fire, Gunslinger is 2 attacks. Whereas Splitting Fire is still just 1 attack, which is multiple attack pools. So up close and personal is going to work really well on Sabine. That's kind of a really fun way to do that. For her other upgrades, we're going to give her some of her specific stuff. Her personal combat shield, which is a good one. We're also going to give her the grapple line. Mobilize is incredibly good right now. And because it's cool, I'm going to give her the dark saber. This is something that, like, if you were going to run something like this, you could save some points because you probably want her shooting more than you want melee, but at the same time, I also wanted to have some melee defense in case I do go up against a Jedi Luke or something like that. So having her being kind of flexible here increases the cost of her significantly, but it also increases her value. So that's what Sabine is going to be running. Now, at this point, I have an option for a lot of different things, but I'm going to go with something fun. And this is, I'm going to run some things to maybe help out Leia a little bit or to just spice up the list a little bit. I'm going to run Han Solo because he's also a gunslinger. He also could potentially take the new up close and personal upgrade, but instead Han Solo is going to be another commander who has the command slot, and I'll put a vigilance on Han Solo as well. Now we're going to have 2 vigilances out there, so we can save up to 4, up to a max possibility of 4 dodge tokens can carry over, although it probably will be a little less than that because some heroes might keep dodge tokens. So more than likely it will only be like 2 or 3, but that's still going to be really, really cool. And then while I could give Han the new up close and personal, I think duck and cover still probably a little better on him. So I'm going to go duck and cover on Han. Now, granted, he is now potentially a little less, he would have a little more survivability if he was getting all those extra dodges, but we can mitigate his survivability by including Chewbacca with him, which we kind of have to do. Now, Han and Chewie don't necessarily fit into the theme of the list as much, but they're going to try to, maybe they baked Leia a cake. All right. And so they're there to help her and make sure that she has a nice Mother's Day. It's kind of like it's kind of like the holiday special all over again, but they're trying to get to Leia so that she can have a nice day. We're starting to run out of points here though. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give Chewie tenacity. It is a really good one for him, and that's going to bring us to 799 points. So it's a lot of stuff. Leia's kind of light on the upgrades. We got a really strong Rebel veteran unit right there. We've got a really strong Sabine, a really strong Mandos. Han is just good. He's recently got that big upgrade, so he's now steady. So steady is going to be really cool with him. He gets to move and shoot. He'd be a great option again for up close and personal, but I think duck and cover is probably a little bit better. We have to do command cards, and this is where things are going to get a little interesting because we have 4 heroes. It's always tough to do command cards when you got 4 heroes. It's also not the most efficient as far as like getting the best value for your points spent, because when you put a commander like Leia in there or a commander like Han Solo, part of the cost is those command cards that they bring that you can potentially use, and it's tougher. It's real tough to do that, and so to do that with 4 different characters that have 3 command cards, and you can't use them all. This is a great opportunity to bring Lando with contingencies, but he just didn't fit in the theme that I was going with. By the way, Han and Chewie also have dodge interactions. Of course, when one gets a dodge, the other one gets a dodge because of teamwork. So everybody in this list has some type of interaction with dodge, and I think that that's really fun. So how are we going to do our commands? So first things first, I'm going to start off with our 3 pips. We have standing orders. I'm going to do some interesting stuff. So I'm going to do Notorious Scoundrels. It's going to be Chewie and Han. It's going to get one of Han Solo's command cards back. So that's a cool one. And I'm also going to do Change of Plans. I really like this one with Han. Because one of the cool things is you can play Change of Plans and then turn around and then just play Notorious Scoundrels and then get Change of Plans right back. And then be able to play Change of Plans again. So like if somebody's saving like a Palpatine 1 pip or something like that, if for like the end of the game, you can stop them on turn 5 and turn 6. And so that's really cool. You can really shut down some nasty command cards. And so I like that. I like that quite a bit. Now, additionally, we have 2 pips that we need to do. In this case, for two pips, we are going to be looking at another Chewbacca card that rarely gets to be used, and that is going to be Brains and Brawn. This one is super, super cool because it allows for Chewie to effectively fire support into Leia's target. And I love this because he gets to add his weapon to our attack pool. And so, just for reference here, Chewbacca has 4 dice, 2 red, 2 white, and impact 1 and pierce 1. Leia already has surge to crit, and she also has pierce 1. So now you're looking at a 7 die attack. That's a really beautiful attack that she has that she can do here. And you're gonna have a lot of pierce on it, and you're gonna also have impact now as well. So a really cool thing, and it doesn't consume his stuff. It's not a regular fire support. He just gets to add his die. He still gets to activate as normal. So that's pretty awesome. So I like that. It's a card we don't see come out a whole lot. But I thought it'd be a fun one to run and a good excuse to try something we haven't run before. Now, as back to the command cards, we're going to do No Time for Sorrows for Leia. This is a fantastic card. It's giving somebody a free move during the when you're assigning orders. So just a tremendously good card. And then for our 1-pips, I'm not actually going to use Sorry About the Mess. While it's a great card, there's just too much going on in this one, and I don't really need this one. Now, of course, you might disagree, but there's other stuff that I want to do more than that. I want to try to get a fire support into a coordinated bombardment. I just think coordinated bombardment is kind of the name of the game. I wanted Leia to kind of be featured a little more in this one. Sorry, Han. Maybe for Father's Day you can get Sorry About the Mess into a build. And then of course, if I have Sabine, I've got to run Explosions. It's the best command card she has. It's a tremendously good command card, and we didn't want to forget completely about Sabine. She is in the list after all. So that's going to do it for our cards. And that's basically the list. As far as objectives and conditions and deployments go, I think anything is fine. Again, this isn't really like a tournament heavy list, but it is a thematic and fun list, and has some pretty cool command cards that I don't normally play. So I think this would be a fun list to run, and a good excuse to get some units that that I don't normally see on the table back out on the table. Han and Chewie. Han got an improvement recently. I haven't run him very much since then, so it'd be a great opportunity to get Han back out there. Mandos are fun. They can die quickly, but hopefully they have a little more survivability in this list. And then with the double vigilance between Leia and Han each having vigilance, I think that's a pretty cool way to keep those dodges out there from turn to turn. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thanks for watching. Again, if you want to check out Legion HQ, you can check them out at legionhq.thefifthtrooper.com. I'll put a link for that in the description below. And thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you to all my patrons. You guys are super awesome and help make this channel possible, so thank you for your continued support. And as always, happy Mother's Day. Call your moms. Let them know you love them. May the Force be with you. Live long and prosper. So say we all. Be excellent to each other and party on.